Sri Balaji Vidyapith deemed to be university, accredited by NAC with A++ grade. Sri Balaji Vidyapith was established in the year 2008 and ever since has been ceaselessly striving to excel in academics, research, patient care and outreach services, all done with a view to serving the society. Sbvu has been successfully ranked one among the top 100 Indian universities based on the India rankings released by NIRF for the year 2016 since 2023 respectively. Mahatma Gandhi Medical College and Research Institute MGMCRI, a constituent unit of Sri Balaji Vidyapith, figures among the top 50 medical colleges of our country as per NIRF ranking 2023. The constituent hospitals of Sri Balaji Vidyapith, namely Mahatma Gandhi Medical College and Research Institute and Sri Sathya Sai Medical College and Research Institute, have received accreditation from National Accreditation Board for Hospital and Healthcare Providers. The molecular diagnostic laboratories housed in the main and off campuses are accredited by National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories (NABL). Balaji Vidyapith constituent units includes Indira Gandhi Institute of Dental Science, Kasturiba Gandhi Nursing College, School of Pharmacy, School of Physiotherapy, School of Allied Health Sciences, School of Biomedical Sciences, Mahatma Gandhi Medical Advanced Research Institute, School of Yoga Therapy, School of Music Therapy, Institute of Health Professions Education, State-of-the-art Central Library, Medical Simulation Center, and auditorium facility. Sri Balaji Vidyapith off campus is located in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India, namely Sri Satya Sai Medical College and Research Institute. Sri Balaji Vidyapith deemed to be university, accredited by NAC with A++ grade. Sri Balaji Vidyapith was established in the year 2008 and ever since has been ceaselessly striving to excel in academics, research, patient care and outreach services, all done with a view to serving the society. Sbvu has been successfully ranked one among the top 100 Indian universities based on the India rankings released by NIRF for the year 2016 since 2023 respectively. Mahatma Gandhi Medical College and Research Institute MGMCRI, a constituent unit of Sri Balaji Vidyapith, figures among the top 50 medical colleges of our country as per NIRF ranking 2023. The constituent hospitals of Sri Balaji Vidyapith, namely Mahatma Gandhi Medical College and Research Institute and Sri Satya Sai Medical College and Research Institute, have received accreditation from National Accreditation Board for Hospital and Healthcare Providers. The molecular diagnostic laboratories housed in the main and off campuses are accredited by National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories (NABL). Balaji Vidyapith constituent units includes Indira Gandhi Institute of Dental Science, Kasturiba Gandhi Nursing College, School of Pharmacy, School of Physiotherapy, School of Allied Health Sciences, School of Biomedical Sciences,
A very good morning to the distinguished faculty, proud parents, and my fellow peers. As we gather here today to mark the beginning of a significant academic journey, let us pause for a moment to seek the blessings of the Almighty. May this course enlighten minds, strengthen character, and inspire us to pursue knowledge with dedication, integrity, and compassion. I request you to kindly rise for the Sbvu and MGMCRI anthem.
Education gives humility. Humility gives character. From character, one gets wealth. From wealth, one gets righteousness. In righteousness, there is joy.
MGMCRI, our alma mater. You lead us to glory and a shining future.
Evolution of a healer through seasons of spring and winter, up and down You're the wind within our sails, through sunshine and rain, through days of ecstasy and moments of pain. You're a temple of learning, a noble fortress of healing. Starry-eyed, we reach your portals and realize the dream of laurels is sow the seeds of wisdom and gentle compassion within the soul of the souls with tireless devotion. You teach us to drive away the pain and sorrow.
Drive away the pain and sorrow.
You turn us into torches for tomorrow.
Torches for tomorrow.
And with a smile we'll serve the sick and weary.
Serve the sick and weary.
We'll lead the war on mortal misery.
Torches for tomorrow.
The flame you kindle with fervor will burn bright and strong forever.
Forever and ever.
Thank you. Please be seated. It is my privilege to invite Professor Sitesh Ghose, Dean, MGM CRI, whose guidance and leadership continue to inspire us, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Very good morning. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world, said by Nelson Mandela. Honorable Chancellor, esteemed Vice Chancellor, respected Registrar, distinguished directors, deans, heads of the constituent institutes, heads of the department, my dear parents, and most importantly, our newly admitted postgraduate students of 25-26 batch. It is with great joy and immense pride I stand before you today to welcome you to MGMCRE, ranked 46 in NIRF 2025, and constituent unit of Sri Balaji Vidyapith, ranked 66 in NIRF 2025. I also welcome to an important juncture of your academic and professional journey. You are stepping into a realm of knowledge that is both a privilege and a profound responsibility. Over the next 3 years, you will not just be the students, you will be evolved into the future leaders of medicine. Our primary aim here at this institution is to ensure that you are not merely recipients of knowledge, but actively engaged in a competency-based educational program that emphasizes the integration of theory with practical applications. As future specialists, you will encounter a complexity of cases that demand not only sound clinical judgment, but also essential soft skill, teamwork, and ethical reasoning. Today, you stand at the threshold of a vibrant learning experience. You will delve into the intricacy of human health, explore the latest advancement in medical science, and confront ethical dilemmas that challenge the essence of our work. This program has been thoughtfully designed to prepare you for the realities of clinical practice. Here, you will be engaged in hands-on training, collaborating learning opportunities, and exposure to real-world clinical scenarios, all aimed at developing your competency to not only treat but to connect with the patients. As you embark on this transformative journey, I encourage you to embrace the challenges that come your way. Medicine is as much about perseverance and resilience as it is about intellect. You will encounter difficulties and hurdles, but every experience will contribute to your growth. Remember that learning is a lifelong endeavor. Strive not only to gain knowledge, but to apply it wisely and compassionately. To the parents present today, thank you for the unwavering support and encouragement you have provided to your children. Your investment in your children's education is a testament to your belief in their capacity to make a difference in our healthcare system. Your partnership is vital, and we look forward to working alongside you in fostering their growth. Finally, on behalf of faculty, I assure both the students and the parents that you will get unwavering support and guidance towards your commitment for education, which will shape your journey and instill in you the values that are fundamental to our profession. As we initiate this new academic year, let us remind ourselves of the profound impact we can have through education. Let us cultivate an environment that fosters curiosity, ethical practice, and a commitment to the healthcare excellence. In conclusion, allow me to reiterate the sentiments of Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Let us harness that power together to not only enhance our own capabilities, but also to uplift and transform the communities we serve. Once again, I welcome 2025-26 MDMS batch. We are excited to witness your journey unfold. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for illuminating the day with pearls of your wisdom. As we mark this auspicious beginning, it is now time for the ceremonial lighting of the lamp, a tradition that signifies enlightenment, hope, and new beginnings. As the ancient Sanskrit verse says, Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya, from darkness lead us to light. I humbly request our respected dignitaries to please come forward and grace the occasion by lighting the lamp. We also invite two postgraduates as representatives for this batch to light the lamp.
Thank you, respected dignitaries. It is now my privilege to invite Professor Nirmal Kumar, Director of Health, Hospital and Outreach Services Sbvu, whose guidance and leadership we deeply value, to introduce the respected heads of department to the gathering.
Most respected Vice Chancellor, Dean MGMCRI, Director C Dreams, Vice Principal Curriculum, Vice Principal Student Affairs, Director Administration, Deputy Medical Superintendents of the hospital, heads of the department, parents, and postgraduate residents who are here. Happy morning to you all. Before I could introduce the pillars of MGMCRI, few points I would like to insist on. You're here to acquire academics and skill training. The facilities that our institute, our hospital has is to enrich your academic knowledge and to acquire surgical skills that matches the current trends in the specialty that you have chosen. So we have the heads of the department along with the faculty members who would be your mentors for the next 36 months. As an undergraduate, it was a broad program consisting of more than 20 departments where you would have learned the basics. But here, you would be acquiring the knowledge and skills pertaining to the specialty that you have chosen in the next 36 months, for which you would be following your mentors along with the faculty members of your department. By doing so, you gain knowledge, you acquire skills, not only from your specialty. Each member of your department can be unique in techniques, in imparting training. So you have to shadow each one of them, learn the knowledge from them. By doing so, you will acquire whatever you need to imbibe before you complete your program. And that's how the residents, postgraduate residents who have passed out from us, they have a wonderful career progression after being graduated from our institute. In other words, to say that we are excelling in many of the departments in the state, though we compete with or though we part with other government and private organizations in this institute. With that, it's my pride and pleasure to invite the heads of the department, whom we consider our pillars of the organization and the hospital, through whose dedication and work the institute has grown this way and achieved a lot since our inception. So to start with, Professor Arul Moli, head of the department, who heads the Department of Anatomy. Uniqueness of this department is this department runs a unique program called Moksha. That's through which we get voluntary cadaver or body donation that the department gets. The reason why I say this is most of the residents, the current trend is before you have your hands-on training, you need to have a cadaver training. So the institute paves a platform for you to acquire your surgical skills, the basic anatomy knowledge that you need through this department by venturing into the anatomy department, by having hands-on dissection with fresh cadavers. So this department provides a unique platform in this campus, as well as we have a cadaver lab in the Chennai campus, which is one of the uniqueness of this university, where every resident has got an opportunity to get themselves refine the surgical skills or acquire surgical skills before they get to assist on a live patients. Thank you, sir. Professor Jai Ganesh heads the Department of Physiology. He is a go-getter for the department, and the department is a family within him. Professor Rita heads the Department of Biochemistry. This department, apart from academics, it also contributes a lot through patient care to the lab analysis. Professor Saumya, who heads the Department of Pathology. She's also the chair of the Medical Education Unit of the Institute. Department is progressing towards subspecialization. Professor Mani Meglai heads the Department of Pharmacology. She is a long-standing serving head of the department for the department, contributing to pharmacogenetics as well as clinical trial. Professor Joshi Isho, he's a professor of microbiology, heads the Department of Microbiology, as well the Deputy Medical Superintendent of the Lab Services. Our lab is fully accredited with NABL, and he's working towards it. Thank you. Professor Prahan Kumar heads the Department of Preventive and Community Medicine. youngest head of the department, and a lot of work is being done on the community within the state by acquiring knowledge and collaborating with institutes outside the country. Professor Satish Kumar heads the Department of Forensic Medicine. Professor Mohammad Hanifa heads the Department of General Medicine. Professor Palanivel, Fellow of the Royal College of Surgeon and Physician, Glasgow. Department is progressing in the fields of sleep medicine. He heads the Department of Pulmonary Medicine. Professor Srikant, who heads the Department of DVL and one of our senior most members since inception. Department works on lasers and cosmetics. Professor Shiv Prakash heads the Department of Psychiatry, again a senior faculty member since the inception, and the department is very methodical in terms of working, in terms of academics, and you really need to follow him if you need to learn how to be organized apart from your academics and your skill training. Professor Soundarajan heads the Department of Pediatrics, specializes on various neonatal disorders and provision for specially disabled children, where the department is heading. Professor Saravana Kumar heads the Department of General Surgery, who does a lot of work on gender reassignment surgery. As well, he's supported by other senior faculty members on minimal invasive surgeries and other specialization in the Department of Surgery. Professor Krishna Gopal, who heads the Department of Orthopedics, is not available here, and he's one of the senior most arthroscopic surgeons in this region. And also the department specializes on subspecialty beyond on various orthopedic skills, and we have the senior Professor Rajagopal who represents him today. Professor Srikant, who heads the Department of Ophthalmology. The department is part of various national blindness control program, and by which academics and skill training is imparted to residents. Professor Karthikeyan, who heads the Department of Otorhinolaryngology. As well, he is a member of the National Academy Sciences. Professor Lobamutra Bhattacharya heads the Department of Obs-Gynae. Professor Hemant Kumar heads the Department of Anesthesia. Department specializes in regional ultrasound guided anesthesia and various other procedures, and one of the finest department for anesthesia residents to learn the current trends. Professor Krishna Kumar, who heads the Department of Radio Diagnosis, one of the advanced department with intervention and other radiological facilities the department has to offer. Professor Anthony John Charles is the Department of he's heads the Department of Emergency Medicine. He's an anesthetist, and we have started the program. It's a newer program in addition to the other programs what we have started for this year. So with that, apart from that, I would like to introduce a few administrators of the hospital who are here, whom you should know, because you would be acquainting them when you get training here. Professor Tiruvarul is a professor of surgery as well as Deputy Medical Superintendent of Accident and Emergency Service. Professor Swati Pawar is the Deputy Medical Superintendent of Broad Specialty. And also we have Director of Administration, whom you would have met during your admissions, Mrs. Asha, who heads the administration of the university and the constituent institutes. So with that, I thank you all for being here, and I hope you get an opportunity to work with your heads of the department and other faculty members who are here for your progression, and wishing you my best luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the insightful oration. It was a delightful introduction of the pillars of the Institute. May I now request Professor Ravi Shankar, Director C Dreams Sbvu, to kindly introduce the competency-based Sbvu curriculum and to enlighten our postgraduates on the knowledge, skills, and professional responsibilities expected of them during the training.
Respected Vice Chancellor, Dean of Mahatma Gandhi Medical College and Research Institute, Director of Health, Hospital and Outreach Services, and Vice Principal of PG Curriculum, and all the senior professors who have assembled here, and my dear residents. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Ghosh for asking me to stand here and introduce what I have introduced 10 years back as Sbvu competency based medical education. What does it mean? And I suppose you people would have, I am not very sure, but might have seen the website of Sbvu before you chose and known something about what is happening in this university. And you might have come across the curriculum that has been put for all the specialities in this. And I would like to congratulate all of you for making that decision to join here, because ours is the first university to introduce the competency based education, and a few except from that education I am going to detail it to you in the next about 10 minutes. And we would like to call the PGs not as students, we call them as scholars. You are already qualified, you are a graduate, and you have chosen the specialty in which you want to specialize. That is your own responsibility to do that. So I would like to call all of you as scholars. Or what does it mean? It is a person who studies in detail in a university to become specialized in an area. That is what one of the definitions of a scholar. And also a specialist who is trying to specialize in a particular small area, and a person who is highly educated and wants to be a scholar. That's what is the dictionary meaning of the scholar. So that is what we like to call you people as scholars, not as students. Okay, now PG studies, as I told you, is 80% self-directed, 20% under guidance. That is what it is. You are not going to have didactic lectures, and you are not going to have, and everything that you do should be a scholarly activity that is imbibed and that is thought about and then executed by you with a good wisdom. That's what it is. Okay, now if you find that the NMC, National Medical Commission, they put forward this guidance for competency based postgraduate training in the field of all the specialities. You will find all this curriculum there in the website, and this was introduced in the year 2022. But if you look back in Sbvu, we made a conscious decision in 2016 to introduce this competency based education, because of we found that there are a lot of lacunae in what is happening, because the curriculum was defined in 1997. After that there were no revisions, and 2016 we took this up, and then we decided we should change it up. And even though the proposal was lying in the MCI, but nothing much is happening on that side. And with that we refined this. We did it for 3 years and refined it in 2019, and then we have constantly refining it so that it becomes better. And so right now the present status is it is fully functional, with the emphasis on formative assessment, reflective learning, and dissertation for publication. All this, the focus is on that. So I am just going to give you a brief of what is happening in a short video.
We are Sri Balaji Vidyapith, deemed to be University, Puducherry, with campuses in Chennai and Karaikal. With 12 constituent colleges and schools, Sri Balaji Vidyapith is one of the top 100 universities and is accredited with A++ by NAC.
Greetings from Sri Balaji Vidyapith, Pondicherry. I feel honored as a Vice Chancellor in stating that Sri Balaji Vidyapeeth has been endeavoring to promote unique activities in academics, research, and patient care that have been very innovative in promoting unique services that could be disseminated to the higher educational institutions for far-reaching benefits to the general public.
Welcome to MGMCRI, a constituent unit of Sri Balaji Vidyapeeth, Pondicherry. I am happy to say that we are following a competency-based teaching learning curriculum since 2016.
Sri Balaji Vidyapeeth take pride in having a conglomeration of nationally recognized medical educators as leaders who strives to improve the quality of postgraduate education. And introspection and analysis by them lead to recognition of problem existing in the present curriculum that is followed nationwide.
The perceived issues with postgraduate education were a sense of inadequacy on graduation, poor definition of outcomes and the summative examination therefore lacking focus on outcomes, professionalisms and attitudes not emphasized, monitored or evaluated, no significant formative assessment or meaningful feedback on performance and progress, no scope for reflection and reflective learning, and the system treating all as alike, ignoring learning curves and learning styles. The need of the hour was therefore an outcome-based model which allows for continuous monitoring and feedback to promote reflective learning with a strong formative assessment, a system which allows for varying pace of learning, well-defined outcome standards, and focus on soft skills and professionalism.
This needed the curriculum to be rewritten within the regulatory norms. This was achieved by faculty sensitization on the need for reforms, focused group discussions, and numerous faculty development programs. COBOL program, competency-based learning and training for postgraduates. The program outcomes and the competency domains were defined. The sub-competencies within the competency domain were described in 5 progressive levels. These were called milestones. The program outcome has been rewritten as Entrustable Professional Activities (EPA). As the EPA encompasses multiple competencies, the level of milestone in each of the sub-competencies required to fulfill the EPA are mapped.
C-Dreams, the Center for Digital Resources, Education and Medical Informatics, has played a major role in creating the opportunities for reflective learning through the e-portfolio and continuous monitoring of EPA through the PACE-GT program that was fully conceived, developed and implemented in Sbvu. To facilitate continuous monitoring and feedback, a software called PACE-GT for FA, that is feedback-based automated competency and EPA grading tool for formative assessment, was developed.
Formative assessment plays a crucial role in the early identification of gaps in knowledge, skills, and attitude during residency. Moreover, it serves various other purposes, including the promotion of self-directed learning, the enhancement of clinical skills, the facilitation of self-reflection, the building of confidence and motivation.
PACE-GT for FA is a template-based program focused on monitoring the procedural skills, clinical examination skills, presentation and communication skills, and professionalism. The feedback forms are grouped into 4 categories, namely directly observed procedural skills or DOPS, mini clinical examination exercise or mini CEX, critical appraisal of presentation and communication skills or CAP-COMS, and multi-source feedback MSF. The questions are mapped to milestone rubrics in each of the form. The software is integrated to ERP of the university, and digital communications are used for routine tasks such as form initiation and feedback. On initiation, there will be an automated email communication to the respondent with a link to open the form and provide a feedback. Logic-based automation is used to compute reports for competency levels, liberating valuable time for both educators and residents.
What I most like is the transparency in implementation. We were given a copy of the curriculum and an orientation to the e-portfolio and the feedback process for formative assessment. We also have individual access to the output from the PageGT app that displays the learning progress and areas of improvement, which helps us foster self-reflection.
The logic, returning the program, removes the bias while maintaining anonymity. Multi-source feedback that includes the patients, technicians, staff nurses, peers and faculty is taken into account to assess and give feedback on the professionalism, interpersonal communication skills, and systems-based practice. The faculty feedback is given weightage for assessing knowledge and procedural skills. EPAs that encompass multiple competencies are graded in 5 levels. They are assessed and graded at 3 and 6 monthly intervals, allowing time for additional intervention if needed.
Questions in the multi-source feedback very appropriately bring out the deficiencies in the attitude and professionalism which help us to better ourselves.
The sole aim of cohort is to ensure that residents reach the desired grade of EPA in the pre-summative phase.
The component of reflective learning is taken care by using ePortfolio.
We maintain a log of daily activities in an electronic format with a date and time stamp which is ratified by our faculty. But over and above, we use the ePortfolio to our maximum advantage for further learning. We do and learn under supervision. We reflect and document in the journal entry, which is then shared with our faculty.
Journal entries shared with us provide an opportunity to encourage asynchronous learning with our feedbacks.
Feedback from the faculty induces us to do further learning. The discussion thread that follows makes us delve further deeper into the subject. Lead for further learning may also be given by the faculty.
Sbvu had been practicing e-portfolio since 2017. It had helped many residents to imbibe core concepts in their respective specialty. Portfolio can be downloaded as HTML file and can be showcased anytime, anywhere.
The COBOL program with a clear definition of outcome in the form of interestable professional activities EPA, the definition of milestones and desirable levels being monitored using PageGT for FA software to ensure a pre-summative adequate level of competency for EPAs. The creation of an e-portfolio to facilitate reflective learning with feedbacks as a permanent record. Together supplement the transparent implementation of competency-based postgraduate medical education.
Yeah, see, that is what in short about what is the program that we are having for the postgraduates. Just a little bit of explanation of what it is. You find that the competencies and the outcome have been clearly defined based on the health needs of the community and the patients of the health system. And these are rewritten as competencies that are needed to be achieved by the end of your course. And what are these competencies? These are nothing but the expertise in your specialty, your communication skills, and your professionalism that you will have to develop. Okay, now these are written as segments that need to be achieved, and these are called the milestones, and the milestones form the syllabus. That is what NMC also gives you a syllabus which you will have to follow, and we have seen that whatever we have done is within the framework of the NMC so that we totally satisfy the regulators. Now the outcomes, we have written it down as program outcomes, that is what you are expected to do when you pass out and go, and that is split into entrustable professional activities, which means what are the activities for which we can entrust you, because we have a trust, we transfer that trust to you for doing that particular activity. That is how the outcome has been written down, and these entrustable professional activities are the mainstay of what you can do when you go out. Now this component of this segment, assessing the syllabus, is done by the regulators. That is assessment by a theory and a clinical exam, that is the summative assessment. And if you take this milestones and combine it, the levels with the entrustable professional activities and assess them, that forms the formative assessment. That is what we have formulated, and then that's what we are following. So the focus will be on you are achieving the competencies and the milestones which are combined and assessed in the EPAs, and we grade the EPAs at the end and give you a certificate saying that these are the entrustable professional activities for which we have transferred the trust to you, and that which can be showcased anywhere. That is what is the final outcome of that. How is it being implemented? You will all be given a copy of the curriculum when you join. You just joined. When everybody joins, there will be a orientation towards how to go about doing this. Apart from all your hospital activities and other things by which you learn from the patients, this is one format in which you will be enhancing your learning process. And focus is to improve the student-faculty interaction and then self-reflection. Okay, the competency, how it is defined? Competency is the habitual and judicious use. Remember that, habitual and judicious use of communication, knowledge, technical skills, clinical reasoning, then emotions, values, and reflection. All this together in a daily practice. That is how a competency has been defined, and we train you to attain all this. Okay, develop all these qualities as we are going through in the next 3 years with us, and that is what is the aim of this entire program. And I just want to recollect and tell you what Mahatma Gandhi told about what is it. Your thoughts become your beliefs become your thoughts, and your thoughts become your words, and your words become your actions, and your actions become your habit. The competency is defined as what you can habitually do every day, how you can do. So this is what defines your habits, and your habit becomes your values, and your values become your destiny. So with this quote, I'd just like to remind you that your destiny is in your hands, not in anybody else's hands. It is in your hands. It is up to you how you formulate your thoughts, how you do your actions, and makes it a habit, and that habits become your values and your destiny. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for clearly outlining the academic roadmap that will guide our postgraduate students. We are truly honored to have among us Professor Nihar Ranjan Biswas, sir, Vice Chancellor of Sbvu, whose experience and accomplishments inspire us all. I invite sir to deliver the keynote address.
Good morning to one and all. Vanakkam, namaskaram. Professor Ghosh, Professor Ravi Shankar, Professor Nirmal, Professor Swati, all my eminent faculty colleagues, proud parents, and my dear postgraduate student of the MDMS batch of 2025. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this significant milestone, the commencement of your postgraduate medical journey. Today marks not just the beginning of an academic program, but the start of a deeper professional and ethical commitment to medicine, society, and humanity. My dear students, you have earned your place here through perseverance, discipline, and merit. Entry into an MD or MS program is not merely an academic progression. It is a transition from learning medicine to becoming a specialist physician or surgeon, one who will influence lives, families, and communities in profound ways. You see, we are now the age-old conventional learning teaching to AI. It's coming in very quickly in all the spheres, including medicine. AI, digital age, etc. cannot replace the
moral and ethical values of medicine, because our profession is totally different from any other profession. It's not like 9 to 5, 9 to 6 service. It is 24-hour service. Anytime, any emergency can occur to any patient, to any person, and we should be ready to tackle that. As postgraduate trainee, you will now move beyond textbooks into the complex realities of patient care, because you don't know what will happen to whom. Everything is not written in textbook. I saw a video today sent by my colleagues from AIMS New Delhi. One boy of say 2 or 2.5 years was playing in the kitchen with a pot, the rice making pot, maybe aluminum or steel, I don't know. And he thought it's like a cap. He put it in and the head goes inside. It went inside. And then the parents brought to the emergency and they had to call this cutter machine. And very delicately they cut part both sides, then stretch it, and then only the head came out. So this is not, you will not find anywhere in any textbook, but you have to think and innovative idea. So you will encounter uncertainty, make critical decisions under pressure, and learn that medicine is as much an art as it is science. The coming years will test your knowledge, resilience, empathy, and integrity. Embrace this challenge wholeheartedly, because every moment is a challenging, every patient is a new thing. You will help the patient and you learn, and that is your investment for your future life. So don't neglect anything, anytime. Because unfortunately, when we discuss about this mortality meeting, and we found that there is lacunae, there is lapse, and certainly the cause of death is human error. In an era of rapid technological advancement, artificial intelligence, as I told, precision medicine, minimally invasive surgery, and digital health, clinical excellence must be matched with ethical clarity and human compassion. Remember, no innovation can replace the healing power of a listening ear, a reassuring word, or a compassionate touch. I did after MBBS 1 year house job in cardiology. That time our head of the department was C.K. Chatterjee. I still remember. Used to go to each patient in the wards, and we all the students and house physicians, resident used to follow, and used to tell, tapping the back of the patients, 50% cured. And he used to tell, of course it is exaggeration, that this is the last sentence in the East India. But that assurance makes a difference. So you have to visit all the patients, give the assurance to the patient, to the guardians or to the relatives of the patient. That's very important. I urge you to uphold the highest standards of professionalism, respect your patients, your teachers, your parents, your colleagues, and the institution that is shaping you. Let integrity guide your clinical practice, humanity guide your learning, and empathy guide your interactions. I can't stop without telling a small story. I very likely tell that. There was a small boy, and who used to play with a tree, banyan tree. And whatever his sorrow, happiness, he used to share with the tree. When he became older, he wanted to play with not only the toys bought by his parents, and then he asked the banyan tree, I want to play with more like cricket bat and other thing. The tree told, okay, cut few of my branches and make your own toys. Then he became older and he wanted to marry and make his own house. Then he told, okay, buy the thicker stem of the tree and he did that. He became older and then he went to see other part of the ocean. Then he told, okay, cut it, just stump will be there, the main branch or the main tree trunk, and make a boat. He did that, went, came back and sitting on that stump. Nothing to give now to the person, and he also old. So who is this tree? This tree is our parents, our teacher. Don't forget them. They don't want anything, just to give. Research and evidence-based practice are the pillars of modern medicine. As postgraduate students, you are not just consumers of knowledge, but contributors to it. So that's why research is a must. Without research, we cannot progress. Whatever we are now, with so many new gadgets, so many technology, it is due to research and toil of our earlier generations. So we have to continue research, cultivate a spirit of inquiry, engage meaningfully in research, and strive to generate evidence that is relevant to our population and healthcare needs. That's why we made a provision that in each year you should publish one paper. So in 3 years you must publish 3 papers in peer-reviewed Scopus journal, and that is mandatory in this university. Equally important is our own well-being. The postgraduate phase is demanding physically, emotionally, and mentally. So take care of own health. If you are not healthy, you cannot get proper treatment to your patients, and learn to balance dedication with self-care. Support one another, seek guidance where needed, and remember that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. So I suggest that you should take good breakfast before coming to wards. And we have seen our friends, they are just collapsed because came in empty stomach. Don't do that. To our esteemed faculty, I express my sincere appreciation for your role as mentors, role models, and torchbearers of academic excellence. The impact you create goes far beyond the classroom and words. It shapes the future of healthcare. And you see, clinical medicine is just not reading at home, textbook, or by computer. You have to see your patients, and your teachers, your seniors, they are your helper. They will guide you. So if you want to see the jaundice, you cannot see it here. You have to take the patient to natural sunlight. Then the teacher will tell how to palpate, how to auscultate, and you learn from them. Because clinical science, the more you go to the patients, patient is your best teacher, the more you learn. And every day you should learn something new. Say, as I remember our undergraduate and postgraduate, our teacher used to tell us how to say Kernig science, Tendelberg science, so many things. So you have to learn from your teachers. And once you learn it, you will never forget. I remember still, if I close my eye in the microbiology lab, the red thread-like Mycobacterium tuberculosis. And once you see in the microscope, you will never forget. Pathology madam is here, says giant cell. Once you see, you will not forget. So learn clinical medicine from the wards, from OPD, from your OT. To parents, thank you very much for putting your words in our university, and we assure you that we will take care of them. They will be good physician or surgeon, and above all, good citizen of India. Dear students, as you begin the journey, remember that the white coat you wear regularly, that symbolizes trust. When you are wearing white coat and the patient and their relatives see you, they get lot of confidence. and that carries a lot of responsibility and service. Let your years here mold you into competent specialists, ethical professionals, and compassionate human being. And once you are in SBV, you are SBVian forever in your life. You will be alumni after 3 years, but don't forget your root. You contribute to your alma mater, and that's why we develop. I know I came from AIMS New Delhi. We have a lot of alumni throughout the world, and they come once in a year. They contribute, and there is huge fund is generated, and with that, a lot of new activities are being conducted. On behalf of the university, I extend my best wishes to the MDMS batch of 2025. May your journey be one of learning, discovery, service, and excellence. The future of healthcare is in your hands. Carry it with wisdom and compassion. Thank you. Nandri, Vanakkam, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring the young minds before us. We're deeply privileged to share a message from our Honorable Founder, Chancellor, under whose patronage this ceremony is conducted, which will be read by our Vice Chancellor.
So I am reading the Chancellor's message. At the outset, greetings to you all. I feel immensely delighted in blessing the fledgling medical professionals who have chosen to pursue MD and MS programs at Mahatma Gandhi Medical College and Research Institute, a constituent teaching unit of Sri Balaji Vidyapith. Well, your entry into MGMCRI signals the advent of yet another great batch of postgraduate students in medicine and surgery at Mahatma Gandhi Medical College and Research Institute, fondly referred to as MGMCRI. My dear aspirant, there are more than 850 medical colleges in the country catering to the academic needs and proficiency of the young and fledgling medical professionals. Of these, nearly 600 medical colleges are imparting postgraduate medical education. But you must consider yourself distinctly lucky, since MGMCRI figures in the top 50 medical colleges of our country as per the National Institutional Ranking Framework. You have made the right choice in choosing the portals of MGMCRI for pursuing a rewarding career. I can emphatically state that the atmosphere at MGMCRI would always be congenial. MGMCRI would offer you a cherished platform for acquiring knowledge, clinical acumen, and most significantly, we would nurture your attitude so that by the time you graduate, you would be a thorough medical professional excelling in medical and surgical specialties. Your college is a constituent unit of Sri Balaji Vidyapith or SBV. So SBV has been consistently figuring in the top 100 universities in the country as per the National Institutional Ranking Framework or NIRF, and this is an additional attribute that you can feel proud of it. Thank you, dear parents and guardians, for pinning your hopes on us. Please rest assured that the future of your words would be shaped by your esteemed faculty, and when your words leave the portals of the alma mater, those sentiments would have realized the truth. Best wishes, let well-being prevail.
Thank you, sir, for your golden words. No function is complete without expressing gratitude to those who made it meaningful. It is now my privilege to invite Professor Swati N., Vice Principal Postgraduates, MGMCRI, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning. On behalf of MGMCRI, I would like to express gratitude to our Founder Chancellor, Shri M.K. Rajagopalan, for her support, to our Vice Chancellor, Professor Nihar Ranjan Biswas, Registrar Professor A.R. Srinivasan, Dean Academics Professor Ashok Kumar Das, Director C Dreams Professor M. Ravishankar, Professor Sitesh Ghosh, Dean MGMCRI, Professor Nirmal Kumar, Director Health Hospital and Outreach Services, and Mrs. Asha Nair, Director Administration, for their constant support, guidance, and encouragement. Our sincere thanks to all the HODs and senior professors who have made their time amongst their busy schedule to be present here. Our thanks to the parents of the newly joined postgraduate students who have taken the effort and time to be present here with us today for this course commencement ceremony. I also appreciate the efforts of our supporting staff from the Dean Office, IT team, our photographers, lecture hall assistants for the smooth running of the ceremony. And of course, thanks to Dr. Abhiya and Dr. Nivedita, who are the MCs for this occasion, and to our student volunteers who have helped manage the hall today. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request you all to rise for the national anthem.
भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Please be seated. To our postgraduate students, you now enter a phase where knowledge is no longer accumulated for examination but applied for healing. Remember always, primum non nocere. First, do no harm. Let your science be precise. Let your ethics be unshakable. Let your compassion remain intact amidst complexity. May you grow not only as specialists but as physicians of integrity, humility, and courage. May your hands be steady, your minds sharp, and your conscience clear. With that, we conclude this course commencement ceremony.